Welcome to this video from In 28 Minutes. Thanks for helping us provide awesome learning experiences to more than 300,000 learners across multiple platforms, Udemy, Safari, and Pact. Let's welcome our lead instructor, Rangarao Karanam. In this video, we would be talking about something called Spring Data REST. What is Spring Data REST? It's part of a project called Spring Data. Now, what does it really bring in? What does Spring Data REST bring in? Spring Data project provides integration with ORM frameworks, with all the data related projects. So you'll be able to integrate with ORM or big data databases like MongoDB and things like that. It makes it easy to talk to your databases. But that's not just enough. What we want to do is expose services around all these databases. That's what Spring Data REST allows us to do. It allows us to expose services. It will allow us to expose REST services from your data. It supports both SQL and NoSQL based databases, and it allows a lot of other features like pagination, filtering, sorting, and Hatios. One of the important things about Spring Data REST is it enables simple projects which want to quickly expose REST services. All that you need to do if you want to use Spring Data REST is go to start.spring.io and create a project using web and JPA. In addition, you need to add an important dependency called REST repositories. In addition, you can use an in-memory database. So you can type in H2, which is an in-memory database, and add it in. So once you create the project in here, it would generate a project. You can import it into Eclipse, and all that you need to do is you need to create an entity. Here I'm creating an entity called to do. It has an ID and it has a few fields: user, whose to do this is, what is the description, is it completed, and stuff like that. So once you create an entity like this and you create a repository, so just like in Spring Data, you'd create a repository saying, okay, this repository extends this, and these are the different methods I would want to have in that specific repository. So all that you need to do is define this. So a repository, put an annotation called at repository REST resource, and you can define what path you'd want to expose the service at. So we are doing two things. One is just define an entity, like this JPA entity. The second one is we are defining a repository. Once you do that, it would automatically provide a lot of things. For example, I can do a post request to a URL and I would be able to create a resource. You can see that the link of the created resource is returned back. The other thing you can do is go to the URL and see what are the different resources which are present in there. So you can see that when I type in to-dos, it is giving a list of to-dos that are active at that particular point in time. I can access a specific to-do. So I can say to-do/1 and be able to do this. You can also do a search, localhost 8080 to-dos, user is equal to Jill. You can also do a search using the method. So here you're seeing search, find by user, and find by user is the method that we have defined in here. So we are passing it as the parameter in here. So Spring Data REST, what it does is it provides REST services around your repositories. This is a Spring Data repository, and you can take a Spring Data repository and you easily expose a REST service around it. One of the most important things that you need to remember about Spring Data REST is use it only for simple projects. It's good to use it in prototypes to quickly build up something, but in production applications, I would be cautious before I would use Spring Data REST. So it's not really recommended for complex applications. In 28 Minutes is providing awesome learning experiences to 300,000 learners across platforms like Udemy, Safari Online, and Pact. We have clocked million hours of learning in the last few months. The question is, what do you want to learn next? We are building solutions to help programmers at all levels. You can learn programming with our awesome courses on Java, Python, and JavaScript. You can learn full stack development with REST APIs and microservices with a wide range of frameworks like Spring Boot, Node.js, React, Angular, and Spring Cloud. We have 200 plus videos to help you start your journey from a programmer to a software architect. We have videos to help you learn frameworks, industry trends, including things like microservices. Learn the best practices in architecture, design, and code quality. Thanks for watching. Keep learning in 28 minutes.